coming here tonight from Planet Houston. It's a couple of days, my last day of winter, and it is hot and humid. And there's a dog barking. Anyway, so hope you forgive the barking dog, but anyway, let's get on with it, guys. Would you believe what the new the green push is driving us toward? It's driving. I'm gonna have to go somewhere else. It's driving us toward more Chinese components in our power grid. These are going to cause these put our power grid at great susceptibility to being controlled and taken down. This is what we got to worry about, my friends. Our power grid is at great risk, and the risk is growing because the simple fact of the matter is that not only I've talked to you about Chinese crane components, I've talked to you about components in our large-scale transformers from the Chinese grid, from the power grid standpoint. How it's believed that there are cellular communications equipment inside the large-scale transformers I'm so worried about in our power grid. Well, that's not all, guys. As we're going more and more green, and we're going more solar arrays and wind power, we need lots of batteries for our power grid. And guess what, guys? Guess where these batteries are coming into play? Well, they're coming from China. They're coming from a company who's called Contemporary Amperex Technology Corporation, or Company Limited, which is the acronym for that is CATL. If they're anything from cattle, guys. These batteries are coming into the States, and they have like 40% of the market. And it turns out that the Senate Select Committee on the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, took notice. In particular, their batteries are all over our grid because they're in several states like Nevada, North Carolina, I believe, Florida, and just all throughout the country because they've got 40% of the market. They're the largest battery manufacturer for lithium-ion batteries that are being put in the power grid. They're everywhere. But it turns out that these batteries may bring down a good part of our grid. Here's why. What a lot of people don't realize is, these batteries, of course, are flammable. Lithium-ion batteries can go into thermal runaway. Several conditions can put them in thermal runaway. Maybe they overheat. Maybe they are discharged improperly, charged or discharged too fast. Oh yeah, you got three of them. Yeah, if you charge them too fast, discharge them too fast, or anything, even they can go into thermal runaway just by sitting on a shelf because dendrites could form, which is little metal crystals which could puncture the separator membrane between the anode and cathode, causing an internal short circuit, and they go into thermal runaway. And they can have failure propagation once they go into thermal runaway, then they go from cell to cell to cell. As you know, the Lord Dragon Red is concerned about the chemistry might actually put them into thermal runaway if we have an EMP. Well, they may be commanded into thermal runaway, possibly, but you don't even require that. You don't even have to, these things can blow up. They can cause fires, tremendous fires, but it don't even require that to take our grid down. All it requires is just a little tweaking because here's the thing. The United States power grid, the power grid here in North America, is the largest, most complex machine devised by mankind. It has been devised over a period of decades, and it has been built up with participation from hundreds of different companies and government agencies, and you got your producing companies, your distribution companies, you got the companies that sell to the end users. It is a very complex thing, and all the power is produced and consumed instantaneously. So far, the batteries are going to change that. Pardon me, there's jet traffic overhead. I'm outside because there's too much in the house here, and I don't want to disturb the people there. And the place where I'm staying right now is the guy who's working with me on my transmission, and we're both victims of the same transmission shop, basically. So more on that later. So in any event, guys, so here's the deal. This, he may come home a little bit. If he does, I'll probably got to go because we got to work on this. He's off working on something else, and we got to get back on my vehicle. All right, guys. All that said, the situation with these batteries is that not only do you have to worry about thermal runaway, not only do you have to worry about these explosions and fires, the grid requires to be maintained in frequency and voltage. The voltage and the frequency has to be matched, and what's consumed has to be used instantaneously. Now, batteries change that. They can store energy, but they still have to supply it on the grid at the rate, both voltage and frequency at which it's being used. Now, the frequency is, it's pretty set what frequencies go to what lines and so forth, but the frequency's got to be matched exactly. If you get a little bit out of phase, you can cause constructive interference or constructive deference, which could either drop voltage or amplify voltage. You could burn power lines out, or you could cause brownouts. See what I'm saying, guys? And the same way if you put too much out or too little out. You've got to put what's on the grid as it's being used. It's just difficult. That's a major accomplishment of this ginormous device we call our power grid. A very complicated machine indeed. So, in any event, guys, so I'll chat here in a second. Let me get through this little thing where I got to explain this stuff, and I'll go looking through the chat, guys. So, all they got to do is tweak it a little bit. What they supply, and it could cause major failures across the grid. It could burn stuff up or cause brownouts or blackouts, whatever their desired effect is. Of course, it can cause fires at the units. Now, the company Kettle has come back and says, well, our components are all passive. There's nothing to worry about. Before they're going at the case where it caught attention was where they're going, I believe it's Camp Lejeune, the Duke Power. The Senate Select Committee on the CCP, I started to say this and I kind of got off on a tangent, had discovered this, and there was like a 13 megawatt solar facility going on the base at Camp Lejeune. And this caught their attention, and they started bringing this up, and they got Duke Power to back against Duke Power, which had pretty much agreed to harden their grid, was kind of soft on this at first, and they were defending this. Probably using Kettle, the company Kettle, which again, Contemporary Amperex Technology Company Limited. It's a Chinese company. They said, well, our components passive, so they don't do anything, don't take data, don't control anything. The problem is they're being a little disingenuous in that, and that all batteries like this require very fine control of the charges and the discharges, and so it might not be the Kettle's components that they themselves develop, but they supply controllers that come from China that go with it. These controllers absolutely do control this stuff to a fine degree. And so that's a very disingenuous, and when you get disingenuous, you got to really wonder what's the hidden agenda. They're getting very disingenuous about what they're putting out there, what is on the grid. So you have to be very careful of this stuff, guys. Greetings, everyone. I'll check the chat in just a second. Just bear with me, guys. Be concerned that our transformers are compromised. These batteries are putting out are compromised, but the companies feel forced to accept this. Now, here's the key. Here's the real censor. The companies feel forced to accept these components because they're being forced into a new Green Deal. Alaska Soul, don't put My Patriot Supply unless you put prepwithgreg.com. Only list My Patriot Supply if you list prepwithgreg.com. So I get no credit unless they go to prepwithgreg.com. And you can get a discount if you go to prepwithgreg. If you get a My Patriot Supply, you may not get any discount. So please use prepwithgreg.com if you want to go to My Patriot Supply right now, guys. Prepwithgreg.com. If you got My Patriot Supply, you're not doing any good at all. Chewy Weather, thank you, sir. Got super chat tonight. Thank you. Salute to Chewy Weather. Alrighty, guys. So let's go on with it here. Panta, what? What is that? PNTA. I don't even know what that is, Alaska Soul. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle got it in there, right? Defy the Grid. And if you go to Defy the Grid, use the code GreenGregs to get 1% off. Yeah, you got to put that in there with it too. I don't get anything unless you use that special code. You got to read my entire, what I usually put in my notes, guys, mods. You got to use the code GreenGregs with that. That's not a link code. It's the coupon code that helps there. Anyway, guys, so we're talking about the grid. He hit the disconnect button. Who, me? We're still here. Thank you, Lester. So I don't know what that is, Lester. So anyway, guys, um, here's the thing. Go to go to my earlier videos on the grid. See what the danger is when the grid goes down. How serious it is. And pay attention to this, guys, because this is deadly serious to our country. This is horrendous. Now, this new Green Deal, I got distracted. What I wanted to say is this. The new Green Deal problem, or this green push, this new Green Deal or not, the administration is pushing people toward going solar. They're pushing companies toward going solar and wind. They're shutting down gas power plants. They're shutting down coal fired plants. They're shutting down all these other things. And at the same time that they're shutting down power plants, the demand on the grid is going up very high. They're pushing electric cars. They're pushing, and we got the AI. Elon and several others have said that AI will not have enough power next year. AI itself will just consume the entire power grid next year. They've got to have more power. And some of the AI companies are looking at nukes and reviving small nuke plants to do this, guys. But here's the real deal. This push toward the solar and toward the wind power, these are power sources that if you want a stable power on the grid, you got to have batteries, because sun don't shine all day. It don't shine all night. It don't shine at night. It's the sun, we got weather here on Earth that blocks the sun. The wind don't blow all day and all night. It blows at times and times it don't. They're intermittent sources of power. They're not continuous sources. They're intermittent. Instead, when you're requiring intermittent sources for baseload power, you're asking for it. So they have to put in a lot of batteries. And the only place where the batteries are made at scale at a price these companies can afford is China. So the administration, by forcing all this stuff, is forcing people to buy Chinese components. And here's another thing. When Donald Trump was president, he had an executive order not to use Chinese components in critical power grid applications. Not to use them. Absolutely not to. The very first day in office, his very first day in office, President Biden rescinded that executive order. But he hid it under executive order. I think it was about parks and other crazy stuff. I mean, it was nuts how, I forget what the executive order, I can go back and look it up. It was nuts. He rescinded that executive order. I did some videos on that, guys, way back when that happened, right when he first took office. It's like, you better be kidding me. No, but he did. Of course, now we're seeing, according to what's posted on the House of Representatives official .gov website, they're saying on there that somebody got money from China. Who would that be? Maybe they're getting a payback. You got to realize. Hey, Carla. Thank you, Carla, for the super chat. Salute to you. Thank you very much, Carla Patterson. So, why I'm bringing you this, guys, is our grid's a lot more vulnerable than you think. It's vulnerable to war. It's vulnerable to EMP. It's vulnerable to direct kinetic attack by sleeper cells or just discontented individuals. It's vulnerable from the sun. There's too many things that make our grid vulnerable. They don't seem to want to get it hardened, and our country's getting more and more reliant on it by the day. It's crazy. We the people keep losing our rights. Amen, Juanita. That's a whole nother topic too. That's a big topic. We might touch on that just a little bit before the night's over, just in one respect. Yikes, guys. So, the solar panels and wind generator, I have more electric power than I can use. There you go. Now, if you want to have your own, okay, I'm going to go off grid. I have to in Arizona. I got no choice. I will have solar. Yeah. And wind. Eventually, I can't probably afford it right off the bat. I'm running out of money. I'll be lucky to have enough gas money to get some of my stuff to Arizona. Seriously, I'm being sucked dry fast. But anyway, so that's another topic. But anyway, So hopefully in time I'll have power out there. Hopefully I'll be able to run a refrigerator one day out there. We'll see. But anyway, but that's the goal. Michigan, Alabama. Well, I'm still living in Alabama for a few weeks, but I'm in Texas trying to get my vehicle going here. I need it to be able to haul things, but we're having some complications. But anyway, the beard for St. Patty's Day. It might have grease in it. That might be dyed that with grease. All right, guys. So the thing is that this grid situation we got to pay a lot of attention to. I'm serious. It's one of the most serious things. It's a topic I've talked about here on Green Gray's channel for a long time. It's not per se a political, so it should be fairly safe territory to talk about over here without putting my channel at too much risk. Although I did mention President Taterhead, unfortunately, so that might get me in trouble. You just can't talk anything without talking some politics these days. I'm trying to keep the politics off this channel because I'm afraid YouTube's about to take a bunch of stuff down. This is the only channel I've got evergreen. Well, this is one of my channels that's got evergreen content on, like how to raise worms, which is always good news. It's not political. Gardening is always good to know. And I got some kind of content here, and I need, wild edibles, things like that. How to purify and sanitize water, nuclear survival, the threats to our grid. These are all real threats, guys. And to be honest, most of the people in the power grid defense community that I know, almost all of them are conservative. But they are willing to accept help from any party, anybody that really work with us to get the grid hardened, because that's the main objective, is to get the grid hardened of the power grid defense community. So now I'm a little broader than that, as you know, especially over on the Soilhead News channel, because I love freedom. I definitely love freedom, and some people want to take freedoms, as was mentioned here by Juanita. So, here, that's the thing, guys. The grid, I worry about. Now, here's another thing. Texas is shutting down a natural gas plant. And it just strikes me odd that they're shutting down natural gas plants in a state that produces tons of natural gas, and we're trying to export it. And the administration is just trying to shut down the whole natural gas business. And natural gas used to be considered one of the clean energy sources. Yikes, guys, and it's something that's just been flaming up as a byproduct of oil production. Natural gas should, I don't know, guys, this whole thing, it just blows my mind. But then again, maybe it's caused, who makes the solar cells? China. Yeah, see, China is making big. They're getting huge business off this green push. Huge business. And they're getting inroads into control of our grid here, control of our society, control of you. They're getting paid to control you. They're earning money to be able to take your power from you. Now, where's the justice in that? Holy guac and smoke them on, guys. Anyway, so we're in a mess. Charles, I know about a dozen people trying to make free energy devices. Ain't none of them made it yet. Seriously. I know guys been working on it for decades, pouring all their money into it. Not a one of them got one that's working. So much for that. No, I know people personally that are really trying to make them in their garages. And I know there's companies that sell, you buy this thing, you're going to have it. They're snake oil. Ain't none of those working. Snake oil. I don't know a single person that's got one that's really producing anything. If you can pull energy from the ether, if you can pull energy from 0 point energy, I know of the theories. I know of a lot of theory related to this, guys. But I don't know if anybody's made it practical yet. Hey there, 5-leaf clover. That's a heck of a clover. Awesome hydrogen generators. There've been a lot more adverts on them. Well, yeah, I was kind of involved in a hydrogen company at one time a little bit, or I was trying to start up. It's like a battery. Hydrogen is a battery. You gotta purify it. You've got to basically generate the hydrogen for something. But anyway, thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much, there, 5-leaf clover. But 5-leaf clover, $5 super chat. That kind of fits, right? Michelle sent me some information from Fennekin. I'll mention that in a little bit. Last so toward the end. All right, so anyway, guys. So here's the deal. These Yeah, hydrogen is just another form of battery. It's a safer battery in a sense, maybe than lithium ion, but hydrogen is hard to store because it's a very light molecule and it wants to escape. It's a great escape artist. So storing hydrogen it also takes a lot of volume to store hydrogen. So it's a challenge to deal with, believe you me. That's one of the things we were puzzling about in this hydrogen company that I was trying to plan for a while back. I don't think it's going to go through. That's what I thought was going to take me down to Park City, uh, Lake City, Florida. But I don't see it happening anymore. But that's another story because I think really they missed the boat for the market. I think too many big boys have joined that game. You there for that van? Yes, that's efforts. That's why I'm here in Houston. We got it kind of running, but it ain't shifting right. That's another story. We'll get to it in a little bit. So let me finish the news part because people watch in the morning and watch later at night. They want to hear the news first, then the personal stuff later, the chat and stuff. That way that can be done. So I'll try to concentrate news up front. So, and we'll do announcements like this thing Michelle sent me. I think that's more an announcement category. So, all right. Texas, though, big gas country, big gas state, right here, where I'm at, Texas, where they have oodles of natural gas and shutting down natural gas plants to go with solar that requires all those physical batteries. There's a ton of water. They could do hydrogen here real easy, you'd think, with the bays and so forth. Yeah, well, down here in this part of Texas, it's wet, it's humid, hot. This is toward the end of the winter. I'm burning up here. It's hot out here. No kidding. I mean, there's palm trees around here. There's, bayous, Spanish moss. It's hot. It's humid. The oak trees still got their leaves from last summer. They didn't fall off. They'll come off as the spring ones push them off, I guess. So it's green. Everywhere's green. So it is kind of like Florida, here in South Texas. Alrighty, guys. So, in any event, I'm using in the morning coffee crowd. There you go, Elton. That's why I'm trying to do the news part up front. All right, a couple other things. There's this whole thing about cash. For some of you that don't know, it's there's been a federal agency accused of racial profiling and taking cash from people of color in airports. Now, I don't know. What I do know is this: you can only carry so much cash with you through an airport. And the limit that I'm aware of is $10,000. So if you got a big inheritance or something, you plan to go through the airport, go one place, and you ain't going to make it through with all that cash. And some people had cash, their money has been arrested, not the person. They haven't been turned down, they just take their money. Now, I've heard of people fighting 2 years to get their money back. I mean, fighting. So you got to be very, 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 very careful. They don't want you having cash. But see, isn't that crazy? If you're in a vehicle and you got so much cash on you get pulled over, they're just going to assume you're a drug dealer, something stupid like that. I mean, people can carry cash around. They should be able to legitimately. It ain't none of the darn government's business. But they're trying to use every excuse they can to take what's yours. So think about that, guys. I wish I had 10K cash. I hear you, Jacob. But I'm hearing of people that had inheritances and other things like that got their money taken from them. Or maybe you got an insurance settlement or something happened and you're trying to travel with money and boom, they just grab it. You're in your vehicle, I could use 10K right now myself. That'd be nice. But anyway, so that's kind of the stuff that we're dealing with. Just be careful if you are out there doing that, just letting you know. I was asked to bring that up. Okay, this thing up in Kelowna, British Columbia. They're having some kind of, this is something that Alaska Soul and Michelle want me to bring up. There's a meeting up there on the 14th of March at some Harvest Church. They're trying to form a safety community up there. I guess it's kind of like a survival tribe, but they list themselves as a safety community. I don't know, guys. So if you're in the area up there, consider that Kelowna. I've actually got a few friends from that area. a Facebook friend who used to follow me a lot on this channel. I hadn't seen her in here in a while. She was a regular follower. I think she's even was marked as a mod. I haven't seen her in here in quite a while though. But we've got of course, Curtis Stone is from that area. You know, Curtis Stone started the Urban Farming books and a lot of websites, and he's got his YouTube channel, and he done real big in that until he decided to quit urban farming and went out to live in the mountains. He became kind of the prepper instead. Where are you at right now? Right now, I'm in Spring, Texas, just north of Houston. I'm at the house of a friend who is a co-victim of the same transmission shop. We're trying to get my vehicle going so I can get out of here. I need to get that vehicle back to Alabama so I can haul some trailers with it to Arizona, hopefully, at least 1 or 2 loads. I can't make too many trips. I ain't got enough money for gas. And I'm really finding that the transmission shop isn't the only one that pulls stuff on me. Oh, when we pull this transmission, guys, when we pull that transmission, so we took it to another shop to rebuild the guts of the internal stuff. When we pull that transmission, the mount bolts that holds the transmission up, holds the engine up, are only finger tight. This thing was set to fail. Finger tight. Finger tight. And we open the pan. Now, you pay somebody $3,000 to fix the transmission. You open the pan. Do you expect to find wood chips in it? That's what we found, wood chips. And lots of ground up metal. And a dirty filter. Nothing in it was replaced. Not one single component in that transmission was new. We found they took a bearing out and put a washer there where the bearing was supposed to be. Oh my God, they did tons of stuff that's horrendous. These guys should be criminally prosecuted. Criminally. I could have had a wreck on the highway due to their malfeasance. Oh, I'm not a happy camper. I am not a, oh, there's going to be a video on this, but I got to be very careful that I don't say stuff that they're going to turn around and, there's actually statutes. You can't defame somebody on the internet or you will be subject to certain statutes. I know the numbers too, but I've also seen news channels do what I'm going to do, and these guys, they've invited it. I got proof. I got the video. I got proof and testimony. So it ain't defamation. This statement's a fact. But anyway, anywho, have to be careful here. Hard to find good honest. Yeah, well, okay. Well, I also had a mechanic I thought was a good honest mechanic, Snowflake. I had some codes on my vehicle, and I said, "Hey, dude, fix this." And they claimed they did all these things, and I've got the same darn codes on my vehicle again. Same codes, just it hadn't been driven, but just a couple of weeks. I mean, it's been set. I drove it from there here, and it's been sitting ever since. So, did they do anything that they charged me to do done? He said, the guys didn't. They set me up for a failure. So, I don't know, guys. It's hard to find anybody. Yeah. And then I bought a transmission from a junkyard. I told them they had a 99 vehicle. I said, I want the transmission on this vehicle. They gave me the transmission. It was 90. It was they stopped making back in 95. They gave me the wrong transmission. It didn't work down. Last trip I come down, I brought a transmission. I couldn't even use it. Couldn't even use it. See, I mean, it's just like you're getting scammed everywhere you go. Scammed. Oh yeah, let's talk about scams. Boeing. Oh yeah, let's talk about Boeing. Remember all those windows blowing out and stuff like that window plug, and just tons of failures lately? Oh yeah, have you heard about the whistleblower at Boeing? The Boeing whistleblower. He was talking about how they were putting components in that were not approved, that weren't right. He was a quality manager, forced into an early retirement, not given the proper promotions that he should have had. Because he was telling the company they weren't following the federal regulations, that the stuff they were doing was not good. So they fired him. Then they went after him, and he sued him because you're not supposed to go after a whistleblower. So he testified, I believe, on the 8th of March. And he was supposed to have a second testimony on the 9th of March, and he was not found. Supposedly he decided to do himself in, theoretically, although he told a friend he would never do that, and if he came up, he expected that would happen to him. He fully expected that he would be if you know what I'm saying. I'm trying not to say the word, because this platform is so sensitive. Well, now, if I was talking bad stuff about a conservative, I'd say anything I want to say, and it'd be perfect. Okay, great. Clap hands. But anyway, so that's the deal, guys. This is, yeah, you're right, Jason. How you doing? Just like what used to go on to Arkansas a lot. Wow, but somebody else used to be governor that became president. Oh my gosh, how many people around him? I don't know, guys. I'll be careful what I say on here. But guys, yeah, he just, oh, they found him, I think this morning, Saturday morning. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. And his best friend says, oh no, he didn't do that. He did not do it. He said he was afraid this would happen to him. His best friend said that. Why would you, when you get all your time together, pushing something, you finally get to court, you finally get an attention, when you just decide, it's over. But maybe somebody else would have motive for it to be over, huh? How is it that you just conveniently decide to cease to exist while you're in the middle of testimony? And talking about the Arkin stuff that Jason was talking about. How many people the day before they were to testify just suddenly ceased to exist? How many? Does anybody want to count them? Lots. Isn't that interesting? There's nothing to see here, guys. Nah, nothing to it. Yeah, right. Anyway, so I've done said enough. I'm trying not to. How do you talk about anything in the world today except bunny rabbits? The whole world's so corrupt. How do you talk about anything without stepping on the toes that YouTube don't like? How do you go to any topic? You can't talk about nothing. Jeez. I'm trying to put all that conversation over on Swivelhead News so I don't lose this channel. But I can't discuss nothing without getting into it. Jeez. If it's news, you can't talk about it. You just can't say nothing unless it's fuzzy bunny rabbits. But if you're on the other side of the spectrum, you say anything you want about anything. Yeah. Interesting. Saw a rabbit today. Yeah, I got rabbits. Yep. Anyway, so that's kind of where it is, guys. I don't know. I'm trying so hard to not. I don't violate community standards. I do not violate the community standards. But I get accused of that. Yeah, I get accused of that. Oh yeah, one of the videos they demonetized over on Soulhead News, they said I was showing graphic violent scenes. I do not do that at all. I do not, because I know you can't do that. So I do not, absolutely do not do that. But that's when I appealed, I tried to appeal that one, and that's how they replied. So it don't matter what you do. It don't matter. Whatever they want to say, they'll just slap you with it. They don't care. I try so hard not to get in trouble on here. But anyway. All right. So, sorry guys for kind of getting irate about it. But, I work my tail off to try to produce content and bring it to you guys. I mean, I put hours and hours and hours into it. When they demonetize it, I get nothing except your own generosity. I mean, that's all. I mean, a lot of times my videos, I'll put 12 hours into a video. 12 hours. And, whatever your generosity is probably all I get. Seriously, guys. This is more than full-time work. It's a lot of time that goes into this stuff. And, and I get people complaining about me saying stuff about, you know what, so if you don't like that, be gone. I'm not, if you're a communist and you think somebody's time isn't worth 2 cents, then get the heck out of here. I don't want to hear from you. People only comments like that. Just be gone. Unsubscribe and let the door hit you on the rear end on the way out. Bye. Go. Run. If you don't like that, come see me. I got something for you. Anyway, so I don't mean to be irate, guys, but this platform is tough. It's really tough. And I put a lot of time into trying to do this stuff, and I'm trying to preserve content I got, and it's just so difficult. It's frustrating. It's frustrating when they slap you so hard for everything. You can't talk about nothing. It frustrates you. It really does. It's not credit to Swivelhead News, and it hurt me putting a lot of content on because it don't get as many viewers. But Because when you split your channel, you're going to lose a lot. Anyway, oh well. But I'm trying to preserve this channel. But there's some content I explicitly put on this channel. But so I come in here and bring you that content. I try to stay political, but how can you? There's so much going on in the world today. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm trying to stay that way. I'm trying to stay where they won't want to beat on me. Mac Rising, thank you, sir. Salute, appreciate that. I had somebody, one of my comments on the channels, accused me of begging for money, and they decided to put a time marker. And what I was doing is I was promoting one of my affiliate marketing links. It's like, really? Get out of here, you communist. So, all right, guys, you know what's coming. You know what we're facing. It's springtime. If you ain't got your seeds together, get your seeds. Go to my links. I probably won't post them today, but I'll often post links to True Leaf Market and Eden Brothers. Get your seeds. Plant your garden. True Leaf Market and Eden Brothers, but use my links, because if you don't use my links, I get no credit. So do that. Or if you go to, as earlier was posted, prepwithgreg.com, we got specials there. Go that way. And if you want to do, somebody posted the gold back link, Defy the Grid. If you want to go to Defy the Grid, you can buy gold backs and any kind of gold, silver, bullion, platinum, and they got discounts. If you use Green Greg's discount code, you get 1% off. So anyway, guys, appreciate y'all being here. Let's look at the comments here real quick. That's the news component. So let's go through the comments and see what we're missing here as far as I can scroll back. All right, I don't think that's the beginning. Nanny, Miss Dragon, Alaska Soul, Wee Balls, Juanita Zaguski, Callie Pepper, Callie Pepper, North Alabama Hiking, yeah. Hello from Halifax, North Carolina, Renee Vester, New Days. I'm going to scroll through this quick, see what the specific comments are. Probably should create a Jason. Barking dog, no problem to me. There you go, happy dog days. That's a good title. I hope you're not worried about barking dogs. Dog days is your title. We got a flea market close. I used to go to a lot called Dog Days Flea Market. Protecting some TikTok. All on purpose. Wild Williams, I think you're on to something. Ivan Langley, Fritch, Texas in the house. Okay. Donate. Yeah, thank you, Michelle, for putting that link for my donation. Green Grace. I'm assuming she's put something there. And I'll salute her in advance. She put something there almost every time we're on here. So salute Michelle for all the support and the super chat. She sends me directly to my Green Gregs. I can't scan that while I'm doing a video live because that's all I'm running. Here's the phone tonight. But I'll check it when we're over here. They had all the time to harden our power grid. Yeah, they ain't done nothing. They've been fighting us. The power grid industry has spent so much money on K Street lawyers fighting against hardening the grid to have actually hardened the grid. The money they spent on those lawyers was sufficient to harden the grid. Your rate-paying money they used against you. Wow, isn't that crazy? Cuban Nurse Prepper, Gregory, I'm talking about the computer been down yesterday all over the United States. So we had a bunch of internet failures yesterday. Well, that don't surprise me. We're getting hat gas, corporate meat pellets for lunch. Oh, guys, yeah. Hey, did you hear that Florida is wanting to make fake meat illegal in Florida? Hey, Billy Goat Gates, what do you think about that? Billy Goat Gates. Rose, hey Rose, how you doing? Cup of coffee? And some traffic. I'm out here on a cul-de-sac. See that, guys? I'm sitting outside here. That's Texas right out there, guys. I'm sitting on a front porch. Well, kind of in a foyer here, porch foyer, where I can still get light and power. So, Elton. Good to see you in the house, Elton. Yeah, Elton's usually one of the Breakfast Club members. I come on earlier tonight, hoping to bring us more people. And we got 220 people in here. That's good. That's more than we usually get. Yeah, I'm in Texas, absolutely. I'll probably be here another day or two. Trying to get some stuff done on this vehicle. Charge controller came from Beijing. Epic Solar. David. Electric toilets. Oh, Lord. Michelle listed it correctly. Goldbacks from Green Greg's affiliate link to buy the grid. But there, the key thing with that is you use the code Green Greg's for 1% off. Shucks, we should put in a mini thorium reactor in every other garage. There you go. I got a nuclear power friend. He says that thorium is not such a great deal because you got to condition the thorium with a nuclear accelerator, particle accelerator, to make it work. So he says it's more like a battery, kind of like hydrogen power. I hope he's wrong, but that's Johan Lowe, one of my buddies. He's a nuclear engineer. We are the source of power, Greg. Us, yeah, there you go, Glenn. Well, just learned there's more of us than there are of them. Carla Patterson, yeah, thank you for that super chat. All right, David says, with the solar panels and wind generator, I have more electric power than I can use up. Yeah, that's quite possible. How many kW do you have? What volts are your system at, David? I'd be curious to hear all that because I got to set up stuff like that one day soon. That's people. We are on Discord as well. Greg comes in once in a while. Yeah. I got it installed on my desktop at home. I don't have it on my phone. And I'm not really good at using Discord yet. And I'm so wrapped up right now with things I got to do. It'll probably when I get back out to Arizona and get settling down a little bit that I'll have time to really start learning this stuff. But then I hope to do a lot of stuff. Want a song, but aren't we selling the natural gas to the EU? Well, yeah, kind of, sort of, but they try to shut that down too. You know, they cut off Europe from Russian natural gas, and then so our guys are, yeah, we'll sell natural gas, but then Biden tried to shut that down too. But now I think there's been some kickback on that. But you know, these Green Deal guys, they're just they're trying to shut down anything that ain't solar or wind power. Something, you know, if it don't have a made in by the CCP stamp on it, they don't want no part of it. There is a lot of power in bioenergy. Yeah, that's true. Biogas. Shoot, yeah. 422 for favor, says April. You know, that's something I might do a little bit of in my place. You know, I have to put a methane gas digester. Nothing comes easy. We all need to put work into things. That's right. That is right. Joe, you know, take care and be safe. There you go. People behind the registers and stores keep taking my cash. Isn't that interesting, Stacy? They do, don't they? And have you noticed how food prices went up? Oh, meat is terrible. Oh, and it's going to go worse. It's a shortage in cattle, guys. All right, Amber. Jacob Tiffin, I had to work for everything I own. There you go. Me too, and I can't seem to hold on to it. Yeah, you can go into Discord and chat with each other, guys, and you can keep the chat going even after we're gone from here. That's one advantage of the Discord channel. But you can get 40 minutes north of Dallas with a van and the training. My brother replaced it for you very cheap. I got the guts of the training repaired, but it's got a little issue. I think it's all the parts in it are new this time. But I think the controller module for the pressure transducer, it's a transmission controller module. I think it's faulty. You can get parts, infant mortality in parts is an issue with parts, and it's becoming a bigger issue these days than it used to be. You buy new stuff, it ain't no good. And I think that's happening here with one of the new parts I got. So I'm going to take it back to the transmission place that did it. Now, we took the transmission out right here at this place, and we put it back in here. I went and got the torque converter from a different place, but I had a local shop do the guts of the transmission. I went in that shop and he showed me everything they were doing. He made video of the whole thing, so we know that he was doing good work. So, but it don't mean that the parts he got were all good. It's just the days we're living in, guys. It is a crime. Hope you with. Hey, Joe, send you blessings and prayers. Boy, I could use them, Jacob. I could use them. I've been having some issues, but I got some good friends though, like the guy here, Brian. We became victims of the same shop and became good friends. Hubby's not thrilled about working on my car. May take a bit, yeah. Crooked transmission shots will often add metal shavings to your pen when you're not looking. Well, the problem is that's why you have a filter, is to try to keep that stuff out, and there's like magnets in there sometimes to try to collect them, because you will get shavings building up just from these bands and everything in the transmission. You get some grind over time. But when they take a bearing out and put a washer in place of the bearing, is that not setting something up to fail? What do you think? Finished being a bouncer. Oh, you was a bouncer in your days? Uh-oh. Pay with a credit card and charge back even if you lose. At least they hold it from them a while. Oh yeah. Well, me and this guy are going to. I just hope I haven't lost my receipt, my critical receipt, because I've been shuffling things back and forth from vehicles. And my receipt from that guy isn't where I thought it was. I think it's in blue. Betsy Blue, my old truck. Yeah, Stephenson said it's self-inflicted. Yeah. Yeah, right. His name was John. Starts to be Barnett. John Barnett. I was going to get a job there until they laid off 309 people next week. Oh Lord. Yeah, JPL laid off a bunch of people. There's people getting laid off all over the place, guys. Oh, Tyson Foods, guys. Tyson Foods shutting down American plants and laying off Americans, and turns out they're about to hire 42,000 undocumented immigrants. Oh yeah, 42,000. That's who they're hiring. People that crossed our border illegally. Maybe we will not well think about buying stuff from Tyson. I used to be a White River Power customer in Missouri. I followed the Clinton career with some interest. Folks just wouldn't believe me when I told them those guys. Oh yeah, how about that? White River. I think you used the word river facetious. I think I know what word you meant there. Another term for H2O, right? Get the job and wear wire. Bet Oki Media would donate it. Yeah, we're in a mess. Rabbit, says Steffords. Yeah, maybe I should just do a bunny rabbit channel. I could do that. I use DFO. John fell out. That way they can't say that. What is DFO? Tell us how you really feel. Lordy. I still got 209 in the room here. I guess I hadn't ticked too many people off. Pitch, shoot, and rumble for a private chat. Sorted details. Hitting all the prepper channels. Yeah, prepper, anybody that talks politics. I don't know. I got a channel on Rumble, and for all the views I got on, I got all of a few pennies of revenue from. They claim that they got you're be monetized, but it don't mean anything. So there's not enough people on Rumble to make it worthwhile yet. So And I need something for my time, guys. They're threatened because you're a worm farmer and maybe because you're a rocket scientist. Oh, yeah, because I combine stuff they can't handle. That may be it. That might be it. Other folks get on here and they can say, yeah, there's other prepper channels that get away with saying all kind of stuff that I can't say. They hit me for stuff that other people get a free pass on. So, really? Wow. And then people complain because I mention that. Yeah, go bite your toenails. I don't care. If that's where you feel, yeah, go bite your toenails. You want me to help your toenails? Yeah, some people think I'm soft because I say some things. Yeah, if you think I'm soft, come see me. Well, you discover real fast. I got some friends that call me, uh, yeah, I got a couple of friends that call me Yosemite Sam. Because I got one in each pocket. Yeah, right now. Nug in each pocket. You know what? There's better things to use than that. That's last resort. Amber, thank you for that super chat. Let's see. Let's celebrate the first super chat on live stream. Okay, Amber. That was Amber. Oh, I got a big one down there. I got to go down and see what we got. Salute to Amber. I just noticed the ticker went way up. All right, let me go scrolling down. Somebody's made a nice donation. Oh, well, there it is. Who was that? I'll just scroll past it. New Days Always. Have some breakfast on me. Thank you, New Days Always. Appreciate that. It's a big super chat, big fat super chat. Harvest of wheat that finishes and use it on the next winter cover. All right, guys, help me out. Mendelick, appreciate that. Super chat, thank you. Hope I'm not missing anybody because I scrolled down and see what the big one was. Let me scroll back up and see if I missed anybody else. There's Amber. No, I think I covered the super chats. Miss Dragon, thank you for that. Yeah, I know you guys are my regulars and appreciate me. There's always some little person, some snide comment, it's not really. Give me a break. Go bite your toenails. Cowboy Rogers in the house. There he is. Wow, awful late for me. Just edited my uploading video. Early for Green Greg. Late for you, early for me. Yeah, exactly. Get a grain mill. Hey, man, that's a good idea, Nightman's wife. I got a little grain mill, a little hand crank, small one. You're number one. We love stickers. Hey, Steffords. Amen. Thank you for sharing the seed thing. And there you go. Prep with Greg. You got to go to prepwithgreg.com, guys. Cowboy Rogers, if you use a link like that, just use prepwithgreg.com. Don't use my page supply. Just put in prepwithgreg.com. That's the way that I get credited. New Israel will never do that. Never do what? Irish. How do you say there? Followed worms before 10. Can you receive a call? Follow worms before 10. Can you receive a call? The number on my website's my home phone, and I don't ever answer it anymore. I don't have an answer machine on it either, and I'm not selling worms, guys, unless you're local. So I'm gonna shut down my place in Alabama. So I'm not answering my home phone in many months. My experiments of corn and wheat use a winter wheat cover after harvesting corn. Allow ducks to graze the wheat. Kill the cover when you plant the corn. Keep ducks off until waist high. There you go. He's got ducks. He knows about ducks. He's got some stuff there. I've covered that. We went up there, and I've done a few videos from his place. Green Country Agroforestry, Mr. Jason Neighbors. All right. Oh, some squeaking out here. It's like a bug or something. Green Country. In any case, by alternating the ducks between wheat and corn paddocks, they stay fed and your grains get fertilized and pest controlled with eggs as a byproduct. Now, see, that's smart. I told you guys, Jason Neighbors is brilliant. He is one smart cookie. Well, I clicked on Discord invite, but it just buffered and didn't open. I don't know. Sometimes I have problems with it. It seems like it wants to run updates all the time, like for a long time. I click on it and it just starts the little thing spins around and around and around, running updates. Yeah, New Days is getting some great updates. Okay, David Potter, here we go. Oh, I went with 24 volts on the solar and 12 on the wind generator with 15 batteries. Now, how big are your batteries, David? Now, why did you have one system on 12 and one on 24? You put the wrong link in last episode. So he scrolled up to see the chat, doesn't see what's happening down here. Well, yeah. Guys, I can't read both. I only read a little bit at a time. So I'm using two inverters, 24 volt and 12 volt, both 2,000 watts, okay? Two inverters. Okay. Your list is ready, but you're not ready to pick it. That's funny, Kathleen. Yeah, Tyson's is closing plants down. They're laying Americans off, but they're about to hire 42,000. Let's use the polite language. Undocumented immigrants. Yeah, right. The people who cross the border illegally. Great, Tyson. And selector bleeding wild lettuce. Wow. Attempt to get all the wild ones to go to seed to be less bitter. Wow. Sweet versions of wild lettuce, that's pretty cool. There should also be a couple. Yeah, there are usually magnets to collect some of the shavings, but sometimes I get a whole lot on them and they're still all in the fluid. My trucks won't smog, so I'm sneaking around. Oh. Jill Aiken, hi Greg, hope things work out with your transmission. Things are a bummer sometimes, y'all. We got some challenges. Don Burr says 52,000. Trucks running. Boycott Tyson's hormone chicken, says Crack Pops Joe. Crack Pop Joe. Yeah, Tyson. I'm going to use some Dollar General Family Store and Dollar shutting down 100 stores in Ohio. Lord. Hey, guys, the Federal Reserve has been, raising interest rates to try to control inflation by controlling consumer spending, as if consumer spending is a problem. People are only buying essentials now. They don't get it. It's not that people are out trying to buy a lot of stuff. It's that the source from which we get things is going up. So this is a problem of not overspending. It's limited supply. That's what's driving costs up. So it ain't no amount of high interest rates really going to control inflation the way they're trying to. It's up to crush the economy. Bunnies might be good money if you don't show the, oh yeah, well, I wouldn't show that on here. They won't allow that, I know that. Stray Kitten joking that they're threatened by worm farmers. Maybe they are. Yep, it's probably the rocket science part. It may be it. Do I need to ride over to Houston and rattle someone's cage tomorrow? Oh, I'll work on it. Why the moon? Why the moon? He needs the sun. What is that last so? Can you send Biden to the moon? Oh. Tony, it's easy to navigate the Van Balen belt. It's a belt. It's easy to get around it. It's easy. It's easy. It's the thickest part. The most radiation is around the equator. Go over it, north or south of it. That's what they do. And the faster you go through it, the better. I don't even know what Discord is. Phone has no memory left to add anything else. How are you? Says Michael Sherman, gardening and woodworking and more. Hey, Michael, how you doing? We're about done here. VidCom, how you doing, VidCom? By the way, people who are on Discord, go to Jen and scroll up until you see the flyer. You can see information for yourself. You're talking about the event in Canada, in British Columbia, Kelowna. All right, I mentioned that. All right, guys. So, all right, we've gone through the chat. How long have we been on here? We've been on here an hour, which is pretty long. Rodney, Cookie Monster. Is Rodney a Cookie Monster? He's a heck of an eyesmith, that I know. Oh man, been cleaning, just got here. I'll watch after. Yeah, okay. You know, I was catching on the rewind. Lactica Canadius is a North American wild lettuce. It's non-bitter until it goes to seed. Okay, that's good to know. I did a video on wild lettuce. Judy, how you doing? Good to see you in the house. We're about to go. All right, guys. Tell us where you're from. Where's everybody from tonight? We're going to do a little poll on that, and then we're going to go. Where you from, everybody? Kid, I'm sure if we got manners after the barrel. How's that? Bella Vista, Arkansas. All right, Michelle, Southeast Louisiana. Hey, Nanny Anderson. Good to see you in here. Burr, what was it? Summerall, Washington State. 5-week clover is in Texas. Columbia, South Carolina, VidCom. That's where I did basic in the IT. Hey, Lori. Lori Otto. She's a neighbor, basically. Bama Hammer, Central Alabama. Hillsboro, West Wokistan. Chewy, how you doing? Got another super chat. Wow, Michael Sherman Garden Woodwork. Thanks, Greg, for all your content. California South. Salute, Michael. That's great. Appreciate that. All righty. Y'all making it a good night for me here. 2 other species of wild lettuce you can run across commonly in Oklahoma, but the native one, the one's only worth putting in your salad. Well, you know, we got that big tall one grows here, which makes a heck of a medicinal with the latex it makes. It's a painkiller. Most of them you can eat them when they're like real little, you know, when they first come up. I seriously need to learn what good stuff is growing on my place and how to harvest and preserve. There you go, cowboy. Well, I got some wild edible medicinal videos. Maybe I'll make some more when I get out to Arizona and get into all the other stuff. Pensacola, Florida. 198 is your chicken number. Thank you, Arnold, for that. All right. Peterson, West Virginia. Central Texas. All right, cowboy. Same state you're in, cowboy, but I'm way down here in southeast Texas. Late again. All right, Arnold. Well, late's better than never. You know, always catch it on the rewind. I can't even talk tonight. Rewind. Rerun, rewind. Anyway. Yeah, late's better than ever. Chili flag, country boy. Chili? What do you mean chill? Chili, chill? The 1-star flag? Oh, that's got to start from the top, not the center where the Texas star is at. So you're using the chili flag? That's funny. Oh, well, it's pretty close. I'm crazy. Hey, I'm crazy Brumfield. I'm in good company. Hey, Mr. Dragon. Chickweed, dock, nettles, plantain, lamb's quarters. Oh, yeah, that's all good stuff. Wild lettuce. And, you know, I talked about it. I did a video called Eat Mo Curly Dock. and I showed a Moe from the Three Stooges with a stethoscope on him. Eat Moe, Turd Doc. You know, I had a little fun with that one. Didn't get a lot of views for some strange reason. Anyway. Alrighty, folks. We've been on here for better than an hour. And I think that's long enough. Just about all the wild ground cover. You have the spring. Yeah, a lot of it is chickweed, particularly. You know, I've done videos on chickweed. All right, Carla Bus, thank you. All right, halfway between Springfield, Joplin, and Kansas City, Missouri. Okay, that's a good place to be. I'm crazy. Get those notices on my comments from YouTube. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I just got to go in and double check my channel and see what I've got on it. Because sometimes I've noticed that when I first started out, most of my views came from notices by a long shot. Now it's a very skinny amount because they just don't send them out because they love me so much. They won't send notices out very little. But you won't get them if you're not subscribed. So you gotta be subscribed, bang the bell. Shepherd's Purse, there you go. Yeah, catch the replay, Rodney. Alrighty, it's been a great night for Super Chats. I appreciate that, folks. I turned 54 last Thursday, all right. Well, we got a Mott's got a birthday tomorrow, and somebody else we know got a birthday not long after. Alrighty, folks. Thank you all. Thank you, Super Chatters. I really appreciate that. Thank you, mods. Y'all been real active posting links. I appreciate that. So thank you, mods. Thank you, Super Chatters. Big time. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Please, because the platform stomps on me, share my videos far and wide. Share them far and wide. And get the word out there. That helps. And we got some other good channels here. If you're not watching Jason Avery with Green Country Agroforestry, go there, subscribe, watch his videos. He's one smart cookie. He's got a lot of good content. Cowboy Will Rogers got good content. A lot of good stuff on these some of these other channels here, guys. Go check them out. Anyway, I think Michael Sherman may have a channel. Let's see who else has got channels in here. There's a lot of channels here amongst us. I appreciate all you guys. Again, thank you, Super Chatters. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Have a great night. Great day, great night. For most of us, it's night. So you guys over on the other side of the world, great day. And thank you all for watching. Greg out.